haven't been to my channel before, welcome. Thank you so much for checking it out. Don't forget at the end to like and subscribe, and it would encourage me to make even more story times for you guys. Today I'm going to be telling you a story about the music festival from Hell, so sit back and enjoy. The music festival took place last year, which was 2018, and it was my third year straight of attending this certain music festival. So every other year there's been no problems, but yet last year just had to be different. Just had to be different. So let's start off with my friend and I always order our tickets and we choose for them to be mailed to us. So that's never been a problem before except last year. Of course, we chose for it to be mailed to us, and I was waiting, and then it occurred to me in my brain, hey Terrace, you haven't received the tickets. It's 2 weeks until the festival. Maybe you should look into this. So I was like, okay, yes, brilliant idea, Terrace. Let's not just leave things up to fate. So I did what every logical person would do. I checked the mail again, and that's when I was informed by Canada Post. Oh yeah, by the way, someone's been stealing your guys' mail for a few weeks now, and that's when it clicked in my head. Okay, so someone's been stealing my mail and I don't have my tickets, which means that somebody probably stole my tickets. That would be the logical thing to think, right? So the first thing I did was I contacted Canada Post because that is a normal thing to do. When someone has been stealing your mail, you contact the post office. They were no help. Not only did they not know exactly how long someone's been stealing our mail, they don't know how, they don't know if the mail postal person left open the boxes, they don't know if someone broke in. There's been no investigation. So I was like, clearly these people are useless. What is the next thing that I could do to get these tickets? Because, like I said again, there's 2 weeks until the festival and I have no tickets. So I said to myself, okay, Terrace, let me call the ticket vendor and see if instead of bringing in our mailed in tickets, we can get it changed to will call. And for those of you that don't know, will call is the day of the festival or event. You go up into the box office at the event, you show them your ID, and then they'll have your tickets waiting for you there. It's less convenient because there's always a line, but at this point, 2 weeks and we still don't have our tickets, and I need those. Okay. So after days and days of trying to get through, every time I call, for some reason, it's a higher than usual call volume. Okay, so I was like, oh, interesting. Did Canada Post lose everybody's mail, or what is happening here? So finally got through. I told them the situation. The ticket vendor was actually surprisingly pretty helpful. They said, yeah, no problem. We'll just switch it to will call. Okay, so they're switching everything over. I got an email, and then I said, okay, Terrace, you better ask what happens if someone shows up with my paper tickets. They said nothing happened. So I said, that doesn't make sense. So you'll have a duplicate ticket number because I'm picking these up at will call, and someone can just show up with our tickets. No problem. Okay. That is great. Just simple. No. So my friend and I, we always rent a hotel because we are that dedicated to having a good time at these festivals that it is much easier and much more convenient just to go to a hotel that's closer after the event. So the event ends at Saturday at 11 p.m. and then it starts again at 11 a.m. on Sunday, I believe, and then ends at 11 p.m. So it's just easier. So remember that we are dedicated to having a good time, okay? So us, peanuts for brains, just decide, even though we have to pick up these tickets at will call, that we're not going to go at the beginning of the festival, Saturday at 11 a.m. No, we're going to show up about 3 p.m. Okay, so keep that in your mind. We have no brains, and we're like, 3 p.m., that sounds like a good time to go. We're having a great time previously at the hotel. We're just chilling, we're just talking, we're getting ready, and now it's festival time. So we take the train down there. It's looking good, get off the train. As soon as we enter the park grounds, we realize that we made a grave mistake. It is pouring rain, and when I say pouring rain, by the end, our underwear was wet. Our under Do you know how much it has to rain for your underwear to get wet? Not only is it raining, there is a lineup that circles like a cinnamon bun. That's how many circles and ripples are in this line. I don't know where the line begins and where the line ends because people are just standing beside people. There's a line here, there's a line here, there's a line in the middle, there's another line over here. People keep getting in and out of the line. Nobody knows where they're going, okay? So we're trying to be patient because remember this, we are dedicated to having a good time. We are going to have a good time. Whether or not it's raining, whether it kills us, I'm getting our tickets and we're going to have a good time. That's just how it's going to be. So it's about the second hour in and we're still waiting in line and I still can't see where this line ends. Like there's no ending in sight. I'm still at the back, but I've been here for 2 hours in the rain. It hasn't stopped raining once. Can someone please tell me how this makes sense? There's a girl standing in front of us, and she's been smoking a cigarette for about 5 minutes. How is the cigarette staying lit when it's raining? It's literally raining cats and dogs. Our underwear is wet, but this girl can smoke a cigarette, and Mother Nature's like, that's cool, your cigarette won't get wet? Okay, so what would possess her? What would possess this girl to drop her lit cigarette on my foot? I specifically remember standing in line. It is raining. I'm cold. My feet are wet. And something burnt me. It burnt me. It landed right on my foot in my sandals. And everyone just thought that was fine. Just groovy. Let's just drop our lit cigarette on some random girl's point. I remember very vividly thinking this little gremlin just dropped her cigarette on my foot. But keep in mind, my friend and I are dedicated to having a good time, and we're just trying to get into the festival movement and mindset. Okay, I'll just not say anything. It's fine. You know what? We're going to have a great time. And this is 2 hours in, okay? At the third hour, this is when our attitude starts going downhill. And you want to know why? It's not because we've been waiting for so long. It's not because it's raining. No, it's because this troll is trying to bud the line. He literally came out of nowhere. He's not with anyone. I watched him be at the back of the line, and then I distinctively remember I was talking to my friend, and I just turned my head slightly because I felt, you know that feeling when someone is very close to you? That's what I felt. Okay, so I had to stop talking, and I turn, and I look, there's this guy standing in line in front of us. So first I was very confused. Like, where did you come from? You're not with us, so how are you standing beside me? So I politely asked, sir, are you with these people in front of us? He doesn't answer. I say, sir, hey, I know I'm short, but I know you can see me. Like, you can't just stand here. So then he leaves the line and goes to the back. Wouldn't it be 5 minutes later? Guess who it is again? It's our friend Troll. Now he's standing beside these people that are standing behind us. And then they say something. Hey, are you with the people in front of us? He says no. So he goes to the back again. When I tell you people are too brazen for their own good and have no common sense in their head, like I don't know what's in there other than air. But would you believe me when the same troll for a third time tries to bud the line? This time, he has the audacity not to even be behind me or beside me, but no, he's like, I'm in it to win it this time, and goes in front of us. Too bad for him, the men in front of us were watching this whole situation, so then they said the same thing. That's when this troll throws the biggest scene you ever have seen in your life. His hands go up, it's not a big deal. So everyone's just trying to stay calm because you never know nowadays. People just like to fly off the handle and be all crazy. So everyone just said politely, You need to go to the back of the line, okay? So at this point, I think we've been standing in line for about 3 hours, 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And it's still raining, but it's kind of getting a little bit darker because more rain is going to come. And I finally see it ending in sight, okay? The line is splitting into two, okay? But the problem is I don't know which line I'm in right now. Am I in the general? Am I in the VIP? Because I need to be in the VIP 2-day pass line. There's no one to ask. Nobody's working. Nobody is working. So at this point, all we have to do is keep crawling up to the front, keep going, keep going, keep going. And tell me why, when we get so close to the front, the line splits again. But this time, instead of serving VIP people, they say, okay, anyone with the 1-day pass, general admission, you have a special line and you get to go in first, which just blew my mind because that is literally the cheapest pass that you can get. So why are they getting in first? Like I've never heard of a time where VIP has to wait in line and the cheapest, like the most minimum, barest minimum pass gets you in first. So note for self, next time I'll be doing that. But we finally got our passes, no problem. And it's about 7:30, I think, and we have to go through security. Oh, there's another freaking line. There's another line. It's after this point, we are exhausted. Like you wouldn't even believe. At this music festival, we had to go find a spot to sit down. I brought my blanket out. All we wanted to do is eat our mangoes that we brought as a snack in peace, but that couldn't even happen. We sat down, and then I remember there was this girl walking in front of us, and all of a sudden her eyes rolled back and she fell over. So that's overdose number one. And obviously, you can't just watch someone overdose and not do anything. So that's when I am jumping up and down. Like, I got off my blanket. I'm trying to get security to come over, like, hey, help, help, help. Would you tell me why the security would look? We made eye contact like this. And then he turned as if he didn't see me as I'm jumping up and down. And that's when I knew that this world is not real and this is just an experiment. Because in what world would that happen? Someone's overdosing and then some other guy's just like, YOLO, YOLO, like we're having a good time. Everyone's having a party here. One overdose wasn't enough. Of course, the second person that overdosed had to overdose right by our blanket. And once again, security does not care. That is not what they're there for today. I am trying to flag them down. Nobody's looking over at us. So finally, I have to go get the paramedic that is walking around the entire festival and get the second girl help. And then at this point, I'm sitting back on the blanket with my friend. We are exhausted because we've been standing in the rain for over 3 hours. So we are enjoying the music, but we're just bopping our heads, eating our mangoes as our snack. And that's where some random guy just comes up to us and asks us, you guys got any more of those mangoes in the bag? And he's trying to look inside our bag. So I had to pull our bag back into the blanket because I felt like he was going to jack it. Who asked if you have extra mangoes? Do I look like a mango dealer? I don't know if we were having too much fun and excitement because this is the point where Mother Nature said again, it needs to start raining as hard as it possibly can. Like biblical times kind of raining. Everyone is panicking because there's not really anywhere to go, even though we're in the VIP area. There are no umbrellas where we are sitting. So then myself and my friend come up with this bright idea. When we turn around, we notice if we go up some stairs, there are some cabanas and then there are some umbrellas. So I see that nobody wants to be under the umbrellas because all these people are in the cabanas because it gives you better coverage. So we just walk our way up there to the umbrellas. As soon as we sit, security says, nah, You don't have to get up. This is for VIP, which is a little bit confusing to me because I didn't see that ticket option when we bought our tickets. What is VIP? Okay, so we were about to go back into the rain, but that's when someone sitting at the cabana says, "Oh, there's no need to go back into the rain. Like, you can come with us. It'll be fine. We'll have a great time up here. Like, come with us. Come with us." It is raining so hard that we're like, okay, why not? Yes, we're gonna go up with them, right? Yeah, that was a mistake. I just can't even begin to explain to you how big of a mistake that was. I would have rather sat and be flooded in on the floor. Where we instant that we sit down, I realized that this guy and all his friends are crowding in the cabana, and we are now on the center of it, and we can't leave. I don't know these guys, and I didn't realize they were going to be so chatty, but unfortunately they were. And we were sitting down on this bench, and I just remember that we thought it was going to be more waterproof, but no, the water was coming in diagonally, so the back of us was getting super wet. No, we were getting soaked, and we were actually getting more wet than when I was sitting outside under my blanket. I couldn't get up because that's how many people were crowded around us. It was like a congregation of people that were annoying, and we couldn't get up. And they just kept asking question after question, like, "Oh, you guys having fun? Blah, blah, blah. Where do you work? What do you do?" And then they were trying to ask my friend questions. She did not want to talk to them, so I told them that she doesn't speak English. And then they asked me, "Well, how are you communicating with her?" I said, "Oh, yeah, don't worry about that." And then that was my point. I just had to see, okay, excuse us, we have to leave now. And we went out and sat back in the rain. Okay, so a few hours have passed. At this point, the rain has stopped, and we were sitting on the floor still. And then I said, "You know what? I have to go to the washroom." I thought it was going to be a simple thing, like go into the washroom and then you come back in, find your seat again, right? It should be a simple thing. Yeah, that's not how this festival went down. I wish I had known this before I went to the washroom because I probably would have held it for the rest of the night. But learning, okay. So the setup of the festival is general admission is over here, and then VIP has a separate section, which is fenced off. So there's an entrance for VIP and an exit. But I thought like the logical thing would be if someone is just going to the washroom, instead of making them go around the general admission and back to the entrance because there's 10,000 people here, you could just see that they have a wristband, right? And they can get in through the exit again to go back into VIP. Yeah, that's when I learned logic is out. And this festival, it's their way or the highway. Went to the washroom. Not only was there a line for the porta potties, we had no choice. When we went to the exit to try to get in, they said, "No, you have to go through the entrance." We had to hold hands and go through all these people, duck underneath people that are dancing like this and elbowing. It took 10 minutes, and it's not a big festival ground. It was absolutely ridiculous. And that's how I learned that next year, instead of paying money for this festival, I'm just going to go to a different park and sit on top of the field where I can see this festival clearly and get in for free. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.